Hello everyone, Manthroll here, and welcome back to another Suggestion Saturday video. Now, today's is actually rather simple. Well, it's simple suggestion, but it's actually very complex. I think I touched on it before, but I never went into detail about why it should change, or if it should change, or anything of the sort. I just kind of said it existed, basically. I think. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's all I said about. And that is the tick situation. Currently, RuneScape, it operates off of a tick system. And this tick system, well, while it's pretty good, it can be kind of hindering on what can and can't be done within RuneScape. So the question is, should it be removed? And that one is actually very hard to say, because if you remove the tick system, it becomes, well, is this truly RuneScape anymore if there's no tick system? Or is it just an enhanced version of RuneScape? So, the thing about it is just like, well, what is RuneScape? RuneScape kind of has a laid-back medieval fantasy to it, with the option of going further. So, it's like, would this really actually ruin the feel of it? And I think, if anything, of course, it should be pulled and left up to the player base. But now I think it should be actually looked into very seriously and actually possibly released. And whenever they're talking to the players about it, I think there should be a very clear idea of what they want to do. Because currently, with there being a tick base, all your skills are operating off the tick base. So it kind of slows that down in some regards. Like, it slows down what they can do with it. Then you also have, combat. Your abilities, it's based off the tick system. Your movement is based off the tick system. It would enable RuneScape to no longer be required to be just a point and click. It could still be a point and click. But, well, actually, it couldn't be point and click anymore if that was the case. So, the question is, would it feel good for people who are still into, like the legacy mode? Would this be too much of a change for them to actually say, okay, yeah, this is pretty good? So, my question to you guys is, if Jagex was to consider getting rid of the tick system, changing it, however they would want to do it, what would you guys think? Me personally, I'm all for it. Because I think about the stuff that, well, we could do with it, like the type of boss fights you could do, the type of, like, everything you could do. I think it would really open up the game. You could then play with a controller. If they wanted to get more into the VR realms, it would be probably easier, because it would be a smoother transition of reaction time. Whereas if it's off of a tick system, it's not as smooth of a transition, if that makes any sense to you guys. I think it would possibly slow it down too much, and that could lead to potential issues with well, not so much frames per second, but just the movement in general of the person's character. To me, it could actually have some influence on that, and I don't know if that'd actually be a good thing. So let me know what you guys think. Personally, like I said, I honestly think it's a good idea. Because, I mean, if they do that, there's just so much more we could do between the controls, like the gaming controls, combat, skilling, etc., etc. I mean, there's just so much more that could be done. RuneScape could be so much bigger than it currently is, but at the same time, you don't want to just go into trends just because, well, that's a trend. You want it to be still the same game, but growing visually and fundamentally. So I'm on the fence because it would depend so heavily on how they actually do it. So, like I said, let me know what you guys think. I know this is a short suggestion, but it's mostly because it's a major thinker. Because the tick system basically they even said it because they were actually thinking about it before, but they weren't sure what to do because they want to make sure RuneScape still feels like RuneScape. They don't want it to change the feel of the game. So let me know what, like, me personally, I don't think it would change the fact that it's RuneScape. I think what would really change it if they were to drastically change the graphics overnight. I think that would be my biggest thing personally. And the charm of it, the wit of it. Like, there's a lot of things that are still heavily, just pure RuneScape. But don't tell me I'm not going to I'm gonna have to go kill a wolf. But so yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about because I think it'd be a good idea. I mean, no more tick system. And to me, what RuneScape is it's not so much the tick system. It's not always about the graphics. It's the content. I mean, if they went into it and they said, okay, here's first person mode, awesome. If they said, okay, here you go, here's no tick system type play, awesome. Here's VR, awesome. There's so much stuff they could do. I just realized that my bone crusher automatically buried the wolf bones. So that's where I'm thinking. That's where I'm getting at. I'm sorry if I'm kind of like talking about this in a slower pace because a lot of times I ramble off suggestions. Maybe sometimes some details get missed, or maybe it doesn't actually make people think as much. And this one, I really wanted people to think about this one because it has the potential to be something actually quite huge, and it would have a huge impact on the game. I just don't know if it would still be, 100% RuneScape, but I'm sure you guys agree that it would really have to be heavily polled on the players and have to be fully explained by each actor what they plan on doing, how it would affect the game, what would be affected. And I think if they were to release something like that, it would have to be like, I know a lot of polls, they usually say about 65-70%. I think in this case it should be at least 85 to 90% approval, because you're changing a big core structure of the game. But that's my feeling on it. So, like I said a couple times already, let me know what you guys think, and thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later guys.